Welcome to another episode of WenMint. I'm the machinist. I'm hanging out with my good friend and super dev lover of feet, Beam. Uh, what's up, homie?
Every time.
Every
What's
time.
up?
Not much, man. We were just hanging out. Actually, I was supposed to interview the CEO of Keystone Hardware Wallets today. If you guys haven't seen these things, check it out. They sent me a Keystone 3. It's actually really fucking cool. You got to get one of these, Beam. It has a little fingerprint scanner, which actually I was worried about using the fingerprint because with a pin, right, you got to get in here. With a fingerprint, all you got to do is cut my finger off, and you can get into the wallet, right? And I've seen movies. I know what they do. But he had some stuff going on with his kids, which is more important. Obviously, family's more important. So we had to reschedule, and we were in the mood to stream. So I reached out to Beam, and he said, "Why not?" So yeah, we're just hanging out. But anyway, I'll shut
Yeah,
up.
I'm the replacement for instead of a CEO, you get a DGen. So
That's better. To be honest, that's a lot better. But is that what's in that bottle? I didn't catch that.
a lot of caffeine, I hope.
Oh, all right. I thought it was something else, something a little spicier. Um, Anyway, if anyone hasn't noticed too, check out. Wait, which way do I got to point? That way, right there.
Middle? Yeah, there
Check
we go.
out wenmintpodcast.io. The website's been updated some, and you will notice for all of you that have been tuning into WenMint for a long time, this was solely Cardano for a long time, right? There was some ETH in there, right? Like when we had hash lips, come on, right? There was some Bitcoin, there was some other things. But now I have been bitten by the Radix bug. So we also have a weekly show called Radix Review now. It's literally on every podcast platform. Check it out. We just started recording it live every Friday on WenMint this past week, and it's going to be like that into the foreseeable future. But it's really cool. And don't worry, I'm still here on Cardano. Actually, Beam, I wanted to ask you about. We're going to get into this in a second. Have you heard of? Actually, I'm just going to jump right in. There is a project, and we are going to talk about Radix. This just popped into my head. A good friend of mine, you guys would probably get along. His name's Thaddeus. He's behind this project called Wild Tags. And when he first minted like 2 years ago, I was the first person to interview him before the mint. Like he's just watching what this project has done is fantastic. And now, here, so he's doing mining, some sort of Bitcoin mining, where you get what is it, a terahash? Is that what a TH is? You actually, it's like cloud computing power for his holders. So if you have one of his NFTs, you get one TH to be able to mine with. And I don't know anything about mining, but it sounds pretty fucking cool. What do you think about something like
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Basically, bringing over mining concepts, but as a product, I guess, right?
that? Right.
Mining as a service. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and you don't need to get out, and it's just the barrier to entry is a lot lower. The reason I bring it up is A, I'm probably going to interview him soon, and B, I have a ton of Wild Tang NFTs, and I was thinking about using them for Dan, depending on how this plays out. You know, to use this mining. So it says you reserve a TH for a fixed term, right? 6 months to 2 years. You pick the configuration, right? The mining pool, weekly, monthly, pay the electricity bill, and you receive the rewards directly every month. So it's pretty cool. He
Interesting.
hosts everything.
Yeah, that's
So,
pretty cool, actually. Yeah. I mean, hasn't been done before in Radix, so there's an opportunity there. That's a very cool concept.
right. Hey, there's an idea, people. And that's one of the coolest things about Radix, right? All these ideas you see on other chains, people have done. I mean, nobody's done what Thaddeus is doing in Wild Tanks yet, except for Hashlings on Bitcoin. But you see things on other chains that a million different projects have done on Radix. It may be the first time someone's done it. So you're early. Take advantage of that. But anyway, all right, I'll shut up about this. The name of this stream is XRD is going to reach $1.50. I actually talked to a founder in the space the other day, and they asked me how high I thought Radix could go. And when I told them $1.50, they said they're like, no way. There's absolutely no way. But I think it's possible, especially with what was just announced with uh, those CBDCs in India.
Yep, that is an interesting one. I think it's something that a lot of people have a lot of contention on, lots of strong opinions. I think from a crypto philosophy point of view, probably not the best thing, but um, I think adoption triumphs all reason at this point, for any network.
Yeah,
And so, I mean, one of the things about DeFi is choice, right? And if you have the choice to do something, that's also part of decentralization. Can't police that, right? But the fact that they chose Radix is a positive news overall. So yeah, that's my take on it anyway.
yeah, and didn't they test this? I'm trying to find the post. Didn't they test it with XRP with Ripple, and then when they decided to actually do it, they were like, "Okay, great. No, thank you for your help seeing if this would work. We're going to go to a better blockchain."
Right, yeah. I think that's interesting. I didn't know about that part, but yeah, I didn't know about that meme. So that meme actually holds true about, instead of looking at XRP, people look towards XRD. So that's interesting.
Yeah, at least that's what I read that somewhere in some article that when they were kind of testing it just to kind of get the ball rolling, they were doing it with XRP. And now when they actually want to put it into, actually get it out there, now it's XRD. But yeah, it says here Radix, a public permissionless layer one network, has a clear goal to become the universal asset layer for the globe. DC Wallet announced that with help from RDX Works, that's Radix HQ, right? It is launching a pilot program for an Indian CBDC running on Radix. And like you said, no matter, I mean, I'm not a fan of the idea of a CBDC. It's like, we invent this amazing new way of doing things, of transacting on, huge on a financial level, and we just go back to doing the same thing we always did, right? With letting governments kind of call the shots and print however much they want. But um, is that going to happen? I mean, is that an inevitable thing if crypto's gonna prevail?
I mean, it's all about the adoption, right? So if something takes over, um, or no one can stop the government from doing anything. That's a government slash country political level issue, right? Radix is just a tool or a network, to facilitate anything that's possible, right? So that's really part of it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And whether or not you like it, to be honest, Radix right now, I mean, if you would have bought in a few months ago, right, when it was really down, you would have already doubled your money, right? And with
True.
no listing, that is true, right? When we were at sub 2 cents, you would have doubled your money by now. But the all-time high for Radix was what, 50 something cents, around 60 cents?
I believe it was at the end, as far as I remember, it's been a while now, was like
Yeah.
65 cents, I guess. I think. In some exchanges, I think Bitfinex at the time got to like 65 cents or something like that. So that was a very euphoric time. That was even before smart contracts. And I see no reason to get up to that and more if the volume
Yeah.
stays as it is or increases over time. The price is looking quite spicy, I have to say, and it's backed up by actual volume as well. So that's interesting. It's different this time. It feels different this time.
Yeah, and there's just so much going on in this ecosystem. So now, and that was without a tier one or exchange listing, like no Binance, no Coinbase, no Kraken, no nothing. We're gonna have to talk about that Kraken word search too. That's something. Who knows? It could be XRD coming up this week or this month, whatever the hell it was. But now with a whole country, literally an entire country, people adopting Radix, okay? And everything that's going on, the amount of volume on chain, the amount of projects on chain that are doing amazing things, the tech itself, right? We've seen chains. Look at Solana. I'm sorry. If you love Solana, that's great for you, whatever. But it's a chain that 70% of the transactions fail. And it did well. Imagine a chain once it gets a shot, right? When people start realizing what Radix is and it gets on these big exchanges, where Dan just pushed over 3 million transactions per second a few weeks ago. And he says we're only weeks away from, 10 million. It's just a matter of more shards, more computing power. It's
Yeah,
there's
actually, with those tests, it's kind of people need to know that this is with consensus and it's completely atomic, right? So these are atomic transactions that if they fail, the entire chain of other events fail as well. And I think on the Radix Labs page, it also compares the swaps per second, which is
yep.
going to be a pretty important metric, or should be anyway.
What's the oh, that's why I spelled Radix wrong. Radix has one A. Sorry.
No
Radix.
worries there.
Where the hell's Radix Labs? I thought I had it in here. Is it just Radix
I think it's
Labs?
Radix Labs IO, I think. Oh wait, not IO. It's something else. Let's
I'll
find
just
that.
search Radix Labs. Let's see. The joys
There
of
we go.
being Radix dash labs? No. Radix Labs roadmap. Oh yeah, it's a hyperscale and beyond. That's not it.
There
This
we
is a
go.
blog.
Should be a link on there. Yeah.
Let's see. We'll find it. Anyway, don't mind us people. We're professionals. Um, but yeah, and actually you can speak to this too, right? The ease of building on this chain. Like literally I could be a fucking and that's saying a lot, right? Because I'm not that bright. And anyone that's known me for a while knows that. Here we go. Here you go. 100,000 TPS with 256 nodes, right? 512, 200,000, right? You keep doubling and less than doubling. What is it adding there? Another. What does each click up do here? Like how many nodes is it adding? Is there a solid number?
I don't think there's a limit. It's just a simulation of what the number can go up to. But I think the idea that it's trying to illustrate here is the linear scaling, right? You add more
Right.
nodes, you get more TPS. That's the idea. And again, this is with more caveats like the transactions being atomic, and maintaining that limit, which is the important part as well.
Absolutely. And the website for this, if anyone wants to play with it, is radixdlt.com/labs. And just so everyone knows as well, we will open another window and we'll just go to radixdlt.com just in case you want to get involved and check this out. Do the research, like read the block. When fucking dark mode, Jesus Christ. Uh, you can go to use and you can find the Radix wallet right here and read the blog because that's how I got into this. I got in there, I read the documentation, and I was hooked, man. Like that's what really got me. First, it was the community, and then what really got me hooked was reading those docs. The tech is fucking crazy. See, I don't think $1.50 is hard to hit.
Yeah, I think if we get more users, just continuing to have an uptrend in price, it sells itself basically at that point, right? People are looking for gems that hasn't pumped yet, especially in the bull run. You'll get more new retail coming in with new liquidity, and this is really an opportunity for Radix to actually do something and finally get caught up in the same bull run,
Yeah.
right? Um, I think most of all, people need to know that there is an ecosystem inside the token, right?
Yeah.
Inside the network, there are things to do, there are opportunities to find, and there's a lot more to the network token than just holding the token.
Right.
And I think that barrier is so hard to break at the moment. But I'm really hoping that, one day we'll reach a point where people meaning retail, bother to look into ecosystems of networks and explore deeper than just holding the token.
Yeah, and it really is, and it's easy to get involved in. I mean, look at these. Did you see what Radix CTO did today? Up
Yep.
63% on the and people. That is a token. It was launched by a guy that has a YouTube channel. Great guy. I was actually on a show a couple days ago. Right. I'll throw a link somewhere. I'll find it and I'll put it in the description on YouTube. But it's a great show. He launched the token and just said, just a meme. It's for fun. He gave a bunch away. And this community, man, everyone works together over here. And this went fucking sky high. I mean, you look at that, Dan. I mean, look what happened to Dan a couple weeks ago. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And with what is it, Pump.fun being outlawed in the UK, what's the deal with that? So that you cannot
Mm.
use Pump.fun anymore.
Yeah, so I mean, I noticed actually, and a bunch of the other guys noticed yesterday that we tried to access pump.fun and we couldn't because it's restricted and it's most likely been closed down by the FCA, which is basically our equivalent of the SEC, basically, in the US. So what that means is pretty much closed down access at this point, but then it gives us an opportunity um, for really.fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't, and if you haven't said
Jesus,
stuff
look at
and stuff
this.
like that,
Fucking
yeah,
dick pig. Oh
classic.
my god.
I think
You're
I've seen worse, but
yeah,
peak
yeah,
of future finance.
yeah. Listen, go to really.fun, RLY.fun. And this basically is pump.fun, right? But by the team at Early. Early is like the premier meme coin, the most degenerate community I've ever seen on any blockchain. And it's super easy to do. Actually, I'm just going to say, I don't know who created these, but the Secret Radix meme cabal and BEEM's birthday are going to do very, very well. Just saying.
Of course,
The
yeah.
NFA, okay, they're just culture coins, but actually, Cummy, I think, is going to do well. I bought a big bag of that. Yeah,
Of course, you did.
I'm still holding. No, but this is cool. And
Absolute
actually,
degenerate.
yeah, and Medium Rare Staker made Nomi. So for
Yeah,
anybody on
yeah,
Cardano listening, you all know Medium Rare. Check that out. But it's fun, man, and it's easy to make a token. You can even lock up the tokens through Radlock, right
yeah.
there. It's really fucking cool. So yeah, I mean, be a DJ. Come check it out. There's a lot going on in this ecosystem. The games, NFT wars, selfie social. I mean, come on, you can buy tokens from your Twitter feed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of the really fun tokens on Twitter. Yeah, that's fun. I think
yeah,
alongside that, worth mentioning, 319 coins minted and 10.2 XRD volume, which is fucking amazing. It's been
yeah.
what, like probably more than a week now since
About a
launch?
week,
I don't
yeah, or 10.2 million in volume too, not just 10.2, because that would be a complete and utter
Yep,
failure by the
of course, yeah.
um,
Crazy,
that
crazy.
is nuts in a week, if that,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
fun, man.
if that.
Yeah,
It is really fun actually.
go make a coin, people. Like, who the fuck cares? Just make a coin, and it's a good time. It's. I mean, who knows? Look, Dick Pig might graduate. I want to hold on. Let's see where this is. Let's see how this is doing. Oh, this
Oh,
just
actually, it's worth mentioning also, like compared to other Pump.fun clones, the liquidity and the market cap required is a lot lower. So this
right.
basically presents an opportunity for a bunch of Solana whales to basically, quickly graduate their token, work for your bags, build a community, make it bigger, and it can be one of the next big things on Radix. Because everything is so small here right now, it's really easy to make things really big as well, right? With your token, with your market cap.
That's what you
Um,
said.
yeah, I knew
Oh,
that was
sorry.
coming, but yeah, had to happen.
Actually, I had a question because we had a token. Hold on, let me look at the show graduated. Right. And Felix and I honestly just launched this because we're like, we want something for giveaways, right? We're like, we have a lot of people like the show. Let's make a Radix review token and we'll see where it goes, right? Fuck it. And if worst comes to worst, we'll have some cool tokens to give away to the community. And this graduated within like a couple hours.
I think
But
same day, right?
oh yeah,
Crazy.
easily same day. It was nuts.
Yeah.
And actually, we had one person, one insane degen, just kind of slammed a ton of XRD on it right at the end and just blew it off the chart,
Sent it. Yeah.
and on to OC swap. But when that happens, right, with the liquidity, I was talking to Nostradamus from We Are Monsters because they make all those really awesome Telegram bots. And he asked if the liquidity was locked. And I said, well, I'm not sure how RLY.fun does it, but it said in the docs that it's permalocked on OC swap. So what does that mean?
So I think it's not permalocked in OC swap, but rather on the same component of the listing page that you saw on really.fun. That's where it's permalocked. It means there's no access for the dev to pull that LP out anymore.
Gotcha. So
So
basically it's
yeah.
locked. It's yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Infinitely.
So once it's on there, it's rug proof. Basically,
Yeah,
I mean, Dev
practically.
can still sell his tokens, but if they didn't lock him up. All right.
Yeah, of course. There's certain caveats with that, right? It's not
Smart.
just the, it's permalocked LP. They can obviously game the metrics in some ways. Just be cautious about every token you try to get into, because at the end of the day, it is gambling. But if you're a degen, welcome.
Yes, and that's part of the game, right? You go in there and listen. We're all here to make a couple bucks, have some fun, people. Don't rug anybody. That's not what I'm saying, but play around. See, look, somebody just bought some Nomi. Hell yeah, it's a fucking
There we go.
dick pig. That's great. Whoever came up with dick pig, you're my favorite person for the day. You just made my day. Thank you. Um, all right. So what else is going on? We got really.fun, right? That's going to help push things. And early is a great idea to get in your wallet, people, because 100% of the fees from this, there's been 10.2 million in volume, right? 10.2 million XRD in volume. Okay. And don't forget, one day, according to the title, XRD is going to be $1.50. So that's actually $15.6 million USD in volume in about 6 months. But all of their fees go to buybacks, right? So that's all just going to pump right into the token.
Yeah, it's a very smart thing to put in there. As you know, or as you get to know, I'm actually really liking the concept of a buyback mechanism. Who doesn't love that, right? Extra buy pressure on a token.
Yep.
Um, yeah, it's really well designed in general, to be honest. I mean, it's such a simple thing, but it's often overlooked. So just to see that happen as an actual mechanic off the platform, you buy early. In theory, you should win with early as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, and the platform's going to do well. I mean, look at how well really.fun's doing already, right? It's
Exactly.
yeah.
And
Uh-oh.
it's still early.
Yeah. Look at this. $1.50 is FUD.
Could be
Uh,
FUD, actually.
all right, Dan.
There we go.
$3.
Double
That's
it.
better. Just double it. And listen, I was trying to be conservative. All right. So we got that. Oh, also, I got to let you know with Dan, because I know you're part of the Dan community. We have a Dan Constitution coming out. danxrd.xyz. So that's probably going to be this weekend. I'm working on it. And that's going to be for the Dan Community Council, kind of bylaws for how things have to run, right? And we want to be decentralized. We want to give this to the community, right? And not take anything from it, right? Just like, here, we built this up. We helped shape it. Now you run with it. But there's some rules, right? Like transparency has to be there, honesty has to be there. People that make decisions have to have a certain amount of the tokens locked up so that their fortune or fortunes are tied to how well they guide the project. And it'll be a community. There's not going to be one person calling shots, but that'll be added to our docs this weekend. So pretty exciting time. The payment's looking nice. The first payout on January 1st is like literally thousands and thousands of dollars going to our holders.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. I think that's
Wait.
one reason why I respect you a lot. It's just the transparency of how you run Dan is absolutely solid. So yeah, check out Dan, people.
Get Dan right now. You can even buy it right on the website. Literally right here. Thanks to OC Swap, we have this fancy little widget. Oh, look at that. When I spin the mouse around, it gets big on me. Whoa. Thanks, Steve
Actually,
Jobs.
one thing worth noting is how do we even bring degens into Radix, right? Especially with really.fun. And I think an unsung hero in this case is probably worth mentioning Astralescent.
Oh yeah.
So they actually provide a Solana bridge um, to buy Radix, which is very cool.
Yep, and not just Solana, right? Like I've bridged Bitcoin over. The only thing they don't have yet is Cardano. And for anyone having issues, um, pay attention when you're on SimpleSwap.io. People, that is another platform you can use. But this is better. But if you have tokens that aren't supported yet by Astralescent, for some reason last week they had the XRD to Cardano swap was not supported for a little bit. It may be back now, but just keep an eye on it. Okay. But yeah, they have, look at the amount of tokens. Actually, I think I can make this bigger so everybody can actually see it. Oh, no, that didn't work. Look at that.
Oh, big.
Oh, well. But yeah, they have XRD. These are chains, right? So Radix, ETH, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Arbitrum, Thorchain, Maya, Binance Smart Chain, Cosmos Dash, Polkadot, right? And like if you go to ETH, it's not just ETH. Like it's literally almost everything. Well, not, but a lot of tokens on ETH, and you just link your wallet, right? Your MetaMask or whatever else, and input your Radix wallet. There you go. And the fees are like nothing. I had to convert to from XRD to USDC on base for the trading bot for the fee account setup for the Dan trading bot. And I think altogether it cost me like less than 30 cents to do all the
Super low
swaps.
fees. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Um, So yeah, astralescent.com. It is hard to spell, but I promise once you get it right once, it will populate itself in the field when you start typing it. Oh, and what's the shorthand? I always mess it up for like if you want to find a project on Astralescent. Isn't it like ASTRL or something?
Yeah, I sent it to you on the chat.
Oh, you did?
Wait,
Oh, stand by. Oh god
there
damn.
we go.
Why is everything in
I
like
like it.
dark blue? Oh, astral.trade. So let's try
There we
this.
go.
So ASTRL dot trade, and then just slash the token name.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Let's see if Dan pops up. Bam!
There we
There
go.
it is.
Yeah.
Uh, cool. Hell yeah. Listen, people, get in there and get your Dan because once this payout comes out on January 1st, we already have like 50% of the supply locked up. Have you seen that? Hold on. Look at this shit. It's insane.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
insane. I haven't kept up with it, but yeah,
bro.
God damn.
The community locked up 31 billion. So that's 31%. Then we have put into the staking component 10 billion for those extended lock bonus rewards. There's only 2
Yeah.
billion left for that for people lock up. So that right there is 41%, over a little bit over 41% locked. And then the liquidity that's locked on Radlock until the year 6900. Um, yeah,
Yep.
420 in the year 6900 at 4:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will
There
unlock,
we
and
go.
we're gonna rug everybody. Um, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It's insane. So yeah, get in there, check it out, people. But yes. So what else is, I don't know. What else is there? There's NFT Wars is really cool. We Are Monsters has the races, right? That's fantastic for community building. What other stuff are there? Does Mox have games online?
I don't think so. And
I'm
they're
not sure how to find it.
usually the last one I played was a Telegram game, right?
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah,
it, yeah.
gotcha. Actually, OC had games for a while too, didn't it? Hold on. See what's
Oh
still.
yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, OSA Gravity.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Why's it got bunny ears? Lucas, why does this ocelot have bunny ears? Don't ocelots eat bunnies? Maybe that's where he got them.
Or maybe it was an Easter event of some sort. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Ah, I see. All right. Release to jump. Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Oh, I'm good at this.
that's
Listen,
quite fun,
people.
actually.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. as you can tell, I'm very talented when it comes to video games. Oh shit. All right. That's enough. But it's a lot of fun. Check it out. Go to OC Swap. And the cool thing about Astrolescent, just so everyone knows, because I didn't know this in the beginning when Astrolescent first came out, Astrolescent is an aggregator, right? So let's say you're a big fan of OC Swap, the OC Swap team, and whatever you want to support OC Swap. Like that's okay. You can still come use Astrolescent because, like, if you bought Dan on Astrolescent, our liquidity pool is on OC, so that's the only place they can pull it from, right? So Astrolescent works to get you the best trade possible, pulling from multiple liquidity pools on different platforms. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. You think we should do a walkthrough on the wallet, how to set it up for anyone that's interested?
Yeah, I think it's worth highlighting. Actually, it is quite hard if you don't know the concept of like different networks, right? Um, in crypto and all of that. So I think, yeah, I think that would help because the concept of bridges is also complex, right?
Yeah.
Well, for non-crypto guys anyway.
Right. And the nice thing is with Radix and especially with the Astrolescent bridge, thanks to the guys over at ThorSwap and Maya Protocol, it's super easy to use. Like it really is. Like you don't really need anyone to explain it to you. But basically you go to radixdlt.com/wallet or just radixdlt.com, go to the use tab up top, then click on the wallet. This will come up, right? So how this wallet works, there is a browser-based wallet, right? For everyone out there, there's some people don't like having their wallet on their cell phone. That's cool, right? You can use Zeus. Zeus is a browser-based wallet. But you go to the App Store, you download the Radix wallet, and then you actually need to have the extension on your computer. So how this works, you have to get the mobile app. It explains it right here, right? You scan it, go to the store. You people can actually scan that right now. And then you have to install the Radix connector. And that, oh, you can't see it because I'm on the wrong screen. Hold on. Let me see if you can see this pop up. Bam. There you go. There is your Radix wallet connector, right? Up with your extensions in Chrome. And basically, when you go to connect to something, you will see it pop up on your wallet. It'll actually open. Let's see. You have to open the wallet on your phone at least. But here, I'll show you. We'll connect to something. What should we connect to? OC. So I hit connect, right? It asks me, what do I want to connect as? There's different personas, right? So I hit continue, success, and I'm connected. So even if someone gets to your computer and tries to log into something, if they don't have this, they're not getting in. And it's that easy. Let me see how much XRD. Oh, I got enough XRD. Let's buy some so we can show people what a transaction manifest looks like. We'll buy some Dan. Why not? Let's get, what is that? 1,000 XRD, $37. That's a good amount. So if you put in a swap, right, your wallet's already linked, you will see this pop up. You people can't see it. Actually, hold on. I got something that can fix this. Thanks to phone mirroring is locked. Don't mind me, people. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get this. Have you seen this on the Macs that you can actually mirror your phone now?
You're going to get fancy now, aren't you? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen this.
If it lets me drag it over, for some reason, it doesn't like it. Oh, because I'm full screen here. Hold on. Don't mind me. Where the fuck is it? Damn it. It's stuck between my two screens and I can't grab it. There it is.
Oh, there we
All
go.
right.
There you go.
So
Nice.
you will see something that says review your transaction, right? And it tells you there's a message, right? You're swapping using OC Swap. You can set messages as well in transactions when you send people stuff. Shows your components and exactly what you will be getting, where it's being deposited. And if you're on RLY.fun, right, a whole bunch of people are buying up, Dick Pig or Beam's birthday or whatever else, you can set your guarantee right here, your slippage, right? So 100%. If you're on something like RLY.fun, you're worried about it not going through. If you get a transaction failure because the price changed, put it at maybe 95%. and that's it. You just hit 101%. You can do that?
Yeah.
I didn't
If
know you could go past 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if there's bad weather, I mean, it's not bad weather, sorry. If there's like a volatile conditions, let's say, um, in the period that you expect the price to increase, you can actually increase your guarantees. So you can actually go positive slippage, if you predict the market to be like that. But obviously, if it fails, that means that it didn't reach that guarantee, right?
Right. And then that's it. And then it shows you transaction fee, right? You can even customize the transaction fee. And this is one of the coolest things about Radix, right? Is this transaction manifest because it's easy to read. You can see what's happening. The only way, and it's like Cardano in a sense too, right? It's kind of one of the reasons Cardano folks like Radix so much is because they're on Cardano because they like the tech, they like the security, and they love community. And if you want good tech, a hell of a strong security layer, and an amazing community. That's Radix right there, right? So yeah, there is no such thing as a wallet tray on Radix, and this makes it super easy to see what you're getting, right, or what you're sending out, because just look at your wallet, people. Don't send things you don't want to send, and then slide to sign. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, security. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Fingerprint, and we're done. And that's it.
Nice.
So now, damn it. Hold on. And now we have our, what, Jesus, I'm a professional. What's happening here? Where was I? Was I on OC Swap? There we go.
Yes.
So now I have my DAN. So, and that's it. So yeah, it's super easy to do, super easy to download the wallet, and just come to the Telegram or something, or the Discord. If you're one of those people that hate Telegram, go to Discord. There is a Radix Discord, and ask any of us. DM me, DM Beam, send him foot pics. Like he's with it. He'll help you. Um, oh man. Hey, do they still have that like degen?
I think it's just forward slash degen. So ocswap.com
Let's see
slash
what
degen.
that was fun when that came out. Oh yeah, look at that.
Completely NFA to the absolute max here. But yeah, it makes sense to have that kind of section, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Caution advised. Approach trading and
exactly.
interactions carefully. There are high risks associated with newly created tokens. So these are all the newest pools, right? And tokens
Yeah.
on OC Swap. Oh shit, there's Radix Review. Um, and Pixel PP, ticker Dixel. That's,
Of course, yeah.
What do we got? The Radix Reaper. That was doing pretty well. I saw that on the charts. Mind Bits, Brother Chad. Oh, Beam's birthday. Up 52. Gee, look at that.
Oh, I think it's probably a duplicate. I mean, sorry, an impersonation of your token in really fun, probably.
Probably. Yeah, those fuckers. Listen, don't buy the fake birthday. Don't even look at this, people. Go to RLY.fun and celebrate Beam's birthday uh, by getting some of Beam's birthday. Ticker is be there. Oh, what is this? Nobody buy this coin. Beam never does anything cool. Hold on. Did you see these comments?
No, I'd rather not. If it's about me, I'm not doing it.
Oh, somebody said you were handsome. Someone named KTWL, very handsome.
Alrighty.
Beam looks like he has a giant afro with the light going around his head there.
Yeah, it's virtual background.
It looks good. I like it. Uh, all right, and with that, I don't know what else is going on. What are you looking forward to this weekend? Got anything fun going on?
No, nothing much. Just gonna be chilling. What about you?
Yeah. No, I might go to work again. I was at work today. I might go again tomorrow. I work too much, but it's coming.
Yeah.
It's the time is coming. Like if we make the right decisions over the next 6 to 9 months, bro, a lot of people's lives are going to change. A lot of people's lives have already changed in the past couple weeks, right? And I really think with everything going on with Radix, like I need more overtime so I can get more XRD. right? And more Dan and more early and more Beam's fucking birthday and more Radix review tokens and fucking anything with GD on it. And hit and I feel bad because I'm supposed to mention there's so many
Yeah.
great tokens. I always feel like I leave somebody out. But I
There's
don't
too
leave.
many good tokens out there to name,
There really are, right?
Definitely.
But yeah, not just with this CBDC thing with India too, like a whole fucking country using this blockchain, and being powered, their CBDC being powered by this blockchain. And like we said earlier, whether or not you like CBDCs, it doesn't fucking matter. Like it's going to happen in some parts of the world, right? And if it's going to happen, it should be on a chain like this, where I mean, the tech is there, and right now it's good for you because you're so fucking early. As soon as this hits, Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, bro, the all-time high, like you said, there were no smart contracts yet, right? And it hit that price.
Yep.
Now we're
Yeah.
going to have Anthic, an intent-based DEX that covers all the major pairs, every blockchain, right here on Radix, right? That's huge. Brett and Howard, all that money coming in, twin stakes. Like you don't get investors of that scale unless you've got something worthwhile. Radix is definitely worthwhile. So I'm retiring off this shit.
Well said.
Yeah.
One can hope, yeah. It's
Yeah,
looking good though, yeah, overall.
it is looking good. And the price is just still it's too low to not give it a shot, right?
Yep.
Have we hit 4 cents yet today?
Doesn't
We're,
look like it. All I can
we're at
say
4
is,
cents.
as a new buyer, it is looking good still. Um, yeah.
Yeah, look at that chart. Like it's looking good.
Yeah.
And at what's the price right now? Where does it even say like the actual price? God damn it. Oh, right here. Wow, it's right in front of my face. So I'm 3.7 cents. Um, listen, it's there's no reason if you put in $10 and this goes back to what its all-time high, that's almost a 20x just to the all-time high,
Yep.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the important thing about this. The uplift potential from here is a lot bigger than the risk as a new buyer. So that's the good thing about retail getting in with the new bull run that we have right now, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, and oh, here you go. BCD, the Radix CTO founder, said 180 is his target. We talked about this the other day on a
Fair
show.
enough. Yeah.
Make sure you are following him, people. Check out his channel. And what else we have in the comments here? Timmy Turbo, Astrolescent, clean UI. It definitely is. Super easy to use. And this is a very good point. Uh, thank you, Be Like Water. If you don't have enough XRD in your wallet to cover fees, right? Like let's say you, for whatever reason, you have a couple wallets and you're trying to do something in one, but you don't have any XRD in that wallet. Maybe you're trying to sell something, whatever. You can actually use another wallet to cover those fees. And it's not only if like you have to, if you don't have XRD in that wallet, you can just click on customize, and even if you don't have to, you can pick a different wallet, and you can send multiple transactions at once, right? So, like, let's say I wanted to send XRD to Beam, to Be Like Water, to BCD, whatever. I could just hit a little plus sign in my wallet and add another address and another amount, even different tokens or NFTs, and then just keep on going. And in that one transaction, for one transaction fee, you can send basically, I think, what is it, up to like 60, I think, if they've never had the tokens in their wallet before,
I
something
can't
like
remember
that.
actually. Yeah.
I think it's something like that. It was on Shard Space. I remember when I was doing the airdrop for Dan, it was something like that. Uh-oh, Reppy's here. Bean, play your birthday song on the piano behind you. No, then he would have to leave.
Oh, whoops. That's
There it is.
definitely a piano,
Yeah,
100%.
as his finger disappears.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
obvious.
that's mine. Yep. Oh my god. Something jazzy. There you go.
Something jazzy.
Yeah, man. No, I'm excited. I really am excited for what Radix has going on. And I hope people like and a lot of people that watch this, like there's 434 people watching live um, right now. And a lot of you listened to WenMint when all I talked about was Cardano. And that's okay. I still love Cardano, like we talked about in the beginning. I'm going to go talk to Thaddeus at Wild Times about this really cool Bitcoin mining thing he's got going on. If you have one of his season 2 tanks. But that doesn't mean you can't diversify, right? It is smart to diversify. There's no reason not to. There's not going to be one chain to rule them all. Okay. I say it a lot. This isn't the Lord of the Rings. All right, people. Everything is going to have its place. And something like this, right, with the security, the speed above all else of Radix, like where's that Radix Labs again? Like, look at this, just over 10,000 nodes, which is nothing, right? 4.2 million TPS. Dan just on Twitter, actually, we'll see if we can find the video. Maybe we can play it. Dan hit over 3 million TPS live. He does the tests all the time. Like, go follow him on X, the founder of Radix, and you will see this. And it's not fake. It's not, I think that's most people's issue. They don't think it could be real,
I think there's a few issues of this, like from the public eye, is that it's not on mainnet, which is always an argument people like to use, and it's a dashboard which we can't see what's happening, and I think that's what the community testing is going to be for community validation as well. So I'm hoping that will be quite exciting for everyone on retail side as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And whether or not that's on the main net yet, like transactions, I've never had a transaction fail on Radix, and I've never not found finality in 3 seconds at the max, right?
Yeah.
Like the chain is here. It's running. There is a huge ecosystem on this chain, and it's growing more and more every day. And you're early. We're early for once, right? This is what everyone talks about, being early, and Radix truly is being early. And talk about these coins pumping. I forgot about this.
That one's by far my most favorite move by the Radix Foundation, and it's to basically pump ecosystem tokens, which is where all of the volume, all of the excitement, all of the on-chain volume comes from, which is ecosystem tokens. So for those that don't know, 25K in dollar denomination is going to be used every month to pump a token from the top 20 to 50 token range. That criteria is yet to be sorted out and discussed over how you actually get to be in that category. But this is possibly the most bullish thing I've ever seen from the Radix Foundation. And I've also read on the Telegram that from Dan himself, there is no reason why the amount wouldn't increase if Radix continues to do well. So that 25K is just an earmark amount. It could be higher every month as well. So yeah, if you're not getting into the ecosystem tokens in Radix, like this is your chance now, because the foundation has seen the value of investing in the ecosystem. There's nothing more bullish than that.
Yeah. And the way it's split up, right? They have 70% going to the top 20 ecosystem tokens. And actually, I wonder if things like like XETH and XBTC, if those
They're
have numbers.
excluded.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. The
All right.
wrap
Good to know.
tokens, because they are a representation
Right.
of an asset in another network, they aren't counted. Same with Cassie, because obviously Cassie token was created by Dan, so obviously he can't pump his own token. Makes sense, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Gotcha. So
it's nice.
yes, 70% is going to the top 20, right? What except for those assets. And then the other 30% is randomly chosen out of the top 50, probably Magic 8 Ball style or something. And then let's see, first allocation kicks off in December with all purchases made from a public wallet. That's good to know as well, because then you can track those purchases and watch the wallet, because they say that they will hold these for at least 6 months. Could be more, but at least 6 months. before these tokens are sold. So that's
Yep.
pretty cool.
I think this is going to this drives a lot of psychology within the community, which in the end it's a win-win because of volume, because that's what we care about, trading volume, right? Um, so yeah, there's a lot of thought behind this. I feel like, people could speculate against or for the token price. It's going to be interesting to see what happens after the first major buy from from that wallet. And I think most of all, this goes a step into more transparency from the Radix Foundation, right? Which is something the community has wanted for a long time. So it's
Yeah.
good to know the wallet will be public and you will be able to see the trades that go into and out of that wallet as well.
Yeah, no, that's going to be huge. Actually, I just saw in the comments too. Sorry. We have, and thank you very much, BCD bastard, making me work.
Oh
Uh,
damn.
this freaking guy wants to give away 10 billion CTO to one lucky winner. So hold on, I'm setting up the StreamYard giveaway. And I'm kidding. I love you, buddy. All right, have fun at lunch. We'll let you know who wins. And you're right, Steve. Transparency is always good. I think it's part of the reason Dan did so well. And seeing that from the Radix team, like you said, that's super, super fucking bullish. All right, so I need to pick a hashtag for people to put in the live chat to enter this giveaway beam. What should it be? Maybe just hashtag
um
or what do you think?
Ra- Radix really fun to the moon. There
Oh
we
my
go.
god. All right. RADI, that's a lot. People have to spell it right.
That's the true Sybil protection right there. So
Radix to the we'll do Radix to the moon and then really. All right, people. This is Beam's fault. I just want you all to know that. Okay. Um, so holy
gotta
shit.
make you work for your airdrops.
Yeah, there you go. So here I'll make a little banner on the bottom. If you type this in the live chat on YouTube or X, you will be automatically entered in the giveaway. Hold on, I will make a banner so everyone can read that a little bit easier because holy smokes. All right, there you go. Radix to the moon, really fun. And you'll get 10 billion. I don't even think anybody wants to type that. If I'm being honest, but we're gonna see. I might end up just typing it in. I wonder if I can enter the giveaway. Oh, there's an entry. Somebody put it in. So there you go. All right, Radix to the moon, really fun. There you go. There you go, Jeff Dukes. And yeah, we'll spin that at the end. All right, cool. So we'll get rid of that. But yeah, so I don't know, man. It's I'm excited. I really am.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Radix. I'm excited where this can go. What do you think is how do you think this is going to play out? Like, do you think we're going to need more news about the CBDCs and Anthic and Brent Howard and is it Brent Howard? I always pronounce it wrong. And all this other stuff before we get one of those tier one exchange listings, or do you think they can read the writing on the wall and see what's coming?
I think we all just need to keep the momentum up. Um, we shouldn't look towards tier one listings as the save us all kind of thing. There's a lot to do in the ecosystem, and it's just about maintaining the excitement, maintaining the value, and just continue with what we're doing, which is basically betting on the ecosystem tokens. And that's the main thing.
Hell yeah. And honestly, we don't even need and it like I've had insane gains on and not everybody knows, okay, because I've been doing this for a long time. So yes, I have my machinist wallet that everyone knows about, but you guys don't know about all of them. And I've paid for just about every Christmas present I got anyone this year and Hanukkah presents, thanks to Radix. And
Nicely
I
done.
still have a nice bro. If XRD even hits its all-time high again, I'm going to be a millionaire and I am super, super excited. Just barely a millionaire, but
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm excited, man. But that's the thing. There's with risk comes reward, right? And the thing is, there's not that much risk with Radix because there's so much adoption, especially I mean on a governmental scale, that it is going to do better. How high it goes, right, is the question, but it is going to go higher than where it
Yeah.
is. And I had someone explain it to me. Sorry, and then I'll shut up. Like almost like a semi truck. You look at Bitcoin, it's like a semi, right? It takes a lot more to get something moving, right? To get it up to speed. Like to make $1 million off of just Bitcoin investments, right? It's you need to put a lot in there, and it's going to take a while to get there. These smaller tokens, right? It's much easier to get a 10x, a 100x, 500x. So yeah, if you really want huge gains, you got to take the risk. Bitcoin is smart. That's the retirement program. That's the long-term 401k kind of investment. But Radix, that's the I want to be a millionaire next month kind of investment.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, my take is more Radix is an entry into much better potential projects, in my opinion. So Radix is the entry to buy early. Radix is the entry to buy Dan. Radix is the entry to buy a lot of the ecosystem tokens that have provided so much value, and it's much easier, even down the Radix alt tokens, to move the price on that as well, which I think I am more bullish on. It takes like a lower amount of liquidity to pump something like crazy, and then it markets itself from that point, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Um, but yeah, adoption at all places helps the network overall, and that's what matters.
hell yeah. No, absolutely. And I mean, there's just so many opportunities and it's fun. And if you want to build something, come build, right? It's actually really easy. Everyone actually, that's one weird thing about Radix. And I want to ask if you think it's going to change. Me and BCD were talking about this the other day on the live stream. That right now it seems like everyone wants to help each other, right? Like I was an outsider from Radix. Remember last like March or April, Speezus got drained. I saw some posts and people in Radix helped him out. I came over. Then we made Dan, and it just took off, right? And yes, we put a lot of work in, but a lot of it was the community. But all these other founders in the top 10, and even if they weren't in the top 10, everyone helped, right? There was never anyone trying to, just backstab anybody, any of that nonsense. And it really has, it's a different kind of ecosystem. It's a little more like Cardano was, you know, 2.5, 3 years ago. Right now, it's not like that anymore. It is. Some people are still like that, but not across the board. Do you think that's something that'll change as the space grows and market caps start hitting the 10, 15, 20, 30 million dollar cap point?
I think there's a lot of things, there's a lot of sides to one network, right? And depending on where the money most flows, and if the network gets more institutional backing, for example, we are going to see less of that, right? Less of the community side, less on the retail side. But I think that just is how it is, right? And it's just a network where people hang out in, or to use as, daily business. I think right now it's really interesting because a lot of the people that have found Radix have somehow stayed in Radix. Like once they found it, everything else suddenly becomes not so great. And whether that's the community, whether that's the wallet experience, whether that's the DEX trading fees, just all of that stuff, whatever the reason might be, somehow once people find Radix, they want to stay. Um, and there's a lot of other people in the community that have come from other networks who still continue to use the other network, but they're betting on Radix at the same time. Um, but yeah, I think at the moment we definitely have uh, somehow an unwritten ethos where we want to help each other out. Because we're currently quite small, it just doesn't make any sense to fight against each other and just to make everyone win, which makes the ecosystem win. So that's the stage that I believe we're at right now. Who knows? That might change. I mean, I'll be able to help out a lot of people because then that means, if more institutional money is coming, that means our network is getting more funded, right?
Right.
And how you get the fund obviously is the point of contention, but the fact that there is potential inflow, that's important for a network.
Hell yeah.
So,
That,
yeah,
and it really is like when people do come here, like you said, they don't want to leave.
yeah,
And it doesn't mean they abandon their other chain.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's just, and I think it's a mixture of everything you talked about, right? It's the tech, it's how easy it is, and I think really it's the community and the underlying like excitement that this is going to blow. You know, it's like everyone agrees on that. You're not going to find, the worst you're going to see is when listing, right? In the Radix main chat, and it's going to happen. People just want it, they just want it to happen now. But nobody argues that it won't happen. And look at any other major L1 with this kind of tech, right? There's been no other with this kind of tech, but you know what I mean. That hits an exchange like that, bro, it's over. We're all going to be sipping pina coladas on a beach somewhere. Except I don't drink, so I'll drink Shirley Temples. Um,
And I'll
Virtual
drink
Shirley
coffee.
Temples.
There we
There you
go.
go. There you go. All right, man. Oh, and we should find this. Didn't Selfie Social just got recognized
Ah,
for?
yes,
Yeah, let me
that
see
was
if
a
I can
while ago
find
now.
this. Oh, I'm still in the post. That's why. There we go. That was a while. That was like 3 days ago, bro. Wasn't it?
Oh, as in, the actual booster grant itself
Oh,
was a while ago, but yeah, I think it's just a reminder that there is grants still ongoing, and developers can apply to it just to get your projects bootstrapped, you know?
yeah. There are a lot of really, really cool grants out there. So if you want to build something, come try it out. It's not that hard. And actually, we should look at Radlock. So Beam didn't only, he's very humble. He didn't only make Selfie Social, which literally I don't have it on this Chrome profile, but it literally allows you to buy tokens, look at people's portfolios, everything right on X. Like you can click on a cash tag and trade a token right there. You could sell NFTs, right? You could link to swaps for NFTs. RLY.fun is integrated into it. Even staking, right? You can even stake your tokens through X, right? It's insane. It's a Chrome extension. So go to, what is it, selfie.social to check that out.
Yep, that's the one. Yep.
Cool. But there's Radlock too. So if you are going to invest in tokens, I will suggest this. Head to radlock.io. And what this is, oh, I have the Dan admin wallet connected. We will lock that out. I guess it wouldn't matter. I could have just showed our locks. But you can see here, this is how, and this is what really.fun connects to, right? To allow founders to lock their tokens. You can take a look here and see all of these projects have their tokens locked. Now, let me ask you, Beam, when somebody locks on this, like when Dan locked its LP, is there any way for us to get that out prior to the date that we locked until?
Nope. It's,
Okay.
pretty much permanent. No intervention, lock at that point, until, of course, the expiration.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I will say though, look, people always do your research, right? Look below the first layer because when you go into locks, right, look at what projects have locked, right? Do they have their LP locked or did they just lock a bunch of their own tokens? So that's important too, right? Because what a lot of people look for is they want to see LP, okay? And it's not a necessity for a project to do well, but if you see someone on that insight page, don't just assume that they have their LP locked. Click on it, look at the lock, look at when it's expiring. Like if you click on Dan, you can see our LP tokens, right? And that is locked. That will unlock in about 1.7 million days.
Oh, boy.
On
Yeah,
420 in the year 6900. So yeah, and then you
nice.
can see how long they're locked for. Because you can lock for as little as what, a few hours if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, I mean, we kept it flexible. That's why it's really important for people to actually double check the locks, not that they just exist, but to check if when they actually expire as well.
Right. And what's going on with vesting? When is that going live? Like the team vesting and all that stuff?
The smart contracts for it is out, but I've just locked it for now. But there is a UI pending on that. So it's purely UI work that we need to finish. But yeah, hopefully we'll be at a good point with actual native multi-sig, which is part of one of the flows with vesting that we wanted. So yeah. One thing worth noting as well, slightly separate, is that Radlock is now also integrated in DeFi Llama. So now the TVL for LPs are included for TVL. So yeah, that's quite good news as well.
That's awesome. I think I still have to get Dan on DeFi Llama. We got on CoinGecko,
Oh,
but then
nice.
things
Yeah.
have been nuts. Like working 6 to 7 days a week is just
Yeah.
it, and then trying to do this stuff at night. But I got to get on top of that. Yeah, because I mean, who doesn't love llamas, right? And crypto and DeFi. So
There
DeFi
we go.
Llama, perfect. All right, should we run this giveaway? What do you think? We were going to do this for 15 minutes. We've been on for an hour and 10.
Yeah, go for it.
And for
Run over
some
time.
reason, there are 505 people watching right now that just have terrible taste. Because why would you want for that long?
Yeah.
Where is the giveaway? Where did I put it? Oh, giveaway 2. Oh, holy smokes, that's bright. All right, let's do this. Jesus. Let's see who wins this thing. Up, up, up. Jeff Dukes, congratulations, buddy. I know you, you know me, so I will DM you and get your address, and then I'll shoot that over to BCD from Radix CTO. Don't forget to check out Radix CTO. It's a pretty cool project, of course, DYOR, but go check them out. They're up like 60 something percent today or 70%. It's nuts. Hell yeah, that's awesome. All right, cool. Oh, we got a selfie question though, real quick. Can selfie social work on mobile or desktop only?
It's desktop only for now with the Chrome extension, but I have quite a few options with remolding Selfie Social as a product as well. But yeah, mobile is heavily pending, depending on the direction I want to take Selfie Social. So for now, it's purely as a Chrome extension. And yeah, let's see what I can come up with for Selfie Social as a brand, because I still want that social aspect of trading. But mobile is a lot harder to to get working.
Yeah,
Let's
I
say.
don't even know how that would even work. But if it can be done, if anyone can do it, it's you. We believe. All right. Well, this was a lot of fun. Any parting words before we shut this bitch down?
Believe in the ecosystem tokens in Radix. XRD is just a ticker. There's more tickers underneath XRD.
Hell yeah.
So
There are
that's
a
something to
lot,
look at.
yeah, of tickers underneath XRD. Everyone, thank you for tuning in to our impromptu stream here on WenMint. Make sure you're following us on X, WenMint_podcast. And don't forget to check out Radix Review. It's recorded live every single Friday at 7 p.m. UTC on X on the WenMint podcast Twitter profile. And it's on every major streaming service from YouTube and YouTube Music to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and iHeart. And it's basically everywhere. Just go to Linktree/Radix Review. Everything's there. And with that, I guess we'll see y'all later. Thanks a lot for hanging out, Beam. That was a good time.
No worries. Yeah, no worries.
All right. Well, I will see you in a second, but I got to kick everybody else out. So adios, people. Have an amazing weekend. Just